Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Premier League predictions. We are up to game week 36 and a few other rearranged fixtures at the end as well from previous weeks. We are coming very, very close to the end now of this 2021-22 season, and Man City have now got a 3-point gap between Liverpool, between that first and second place after Liverpool drew to Tottenham in their last game, and Man City absolutely smashed Wolverhampton Wanderers. So let's just begin with the first game, which is Tottenham against Burnley. Just to tell you, all these games are being played on Sunday and then Monday and Tuesday, and then all the rearranged fixtures. There's not going to be any Saturday games due to the FA Cup final being on the same day. Tottenham and Burnley. Well, Burnley, you could say maybe need to win this one. They're not in the relegation zone, but they're still joint with Leeds United, who are in the relegation zone. It's just because of goal difference that Leeds United is in 18th and Burnley in 17th. But I think Burnley can survive now. Everton has shown a really good fight and beat Leicester and beat Chelsea to get out of the relegation zone. And now it's really between Leeds and Burnley, but I feel like it's going to be Leeds United that get relegated now. It's changing every week. But coming up against the Tottenham side, who have just picked up a 1-1 draw at Anfield in their last game, also beat Leicester City 3-1 as well. Burnley, they lost to Aston Villa 3-1, I do believe. Although prior to that, they did go on a little bit of a good winning run. You could say they're pretty easy teams though, right? Wolverhampton Wanderers and Watford, Southampton. I'm going to go for a Tottenham 2-0 victory in this one. I think it'll be an easy game for them. I don't think they'll go mental as in like 4-0, 5-0 in goals, but Harry Kane, Heung-min Son maybe to get on the score sheet. Kulusevski hasn't scored in a while, and you know he normally he got a few goals when he signed for Tottenham in the summer, so maybe him to get a goal on in this game as well. But I'll go for a 2-0 home victory for Spurs. Surprisingly, it was a 1-0 victory to Burnley in the reverse fixture of this game. But, you know, with both teams will really want this. Tottenham want top four, finishing a Champions League spot. Burnley want to get as far away as far away as that relegation spot as possible. But, you know, Tottenham at home, I think it'll be Tottenham's game. Next up, we've got Aston Villa against Crystal Palace. It's this one, mid-table clash. We've got 12th place Aston Villa coming up against 11th place Crystal Palace. I'll back both teams to score. Am I going to pick a winner? I think it'll end in a draw. It was a 2-1 victory to Aston Villa in the reverse fixture of this game, but I think it'll be a 2-2 draw. Crystal Palace recently have been, you know, a little bit on the edge with their results. Definitely not as I don't know how to really. They're still winning these games, but then if you have a look at that, just narrowly beating Watford and just narrowly beating Southampton, they're currently on really bad form, those two teams. So you would expect Crystal Palace to, you know, have put a bit more effort into that and, you know, maybe 3-0 or 3-1 or something like that. Scored a bit more, but only narrow victories. So I think a draw for both sides will be a good result in this game. So I'm going for a 2-2 one. Next up, Leeds United, who need a win against Brighton, who have been absolutely brilliant away from the Amex Stadium this season. Beat Man United 4-0 though, at it in their reverse fixture. Also went to Wolverhampton Wanderers and beat them at their home as well. The Molineux 3-0. Leeds United lost to Chelsea, lost to Arsenal, lost to Man City. You know, they did lose to the top four sides. So, I mean, you could give them a little bit of slack. Leeds United, before that, did go on a little bit of a decent run, beating an out-form Wolves, beating a out-of-form Watford, and also drawing with an out-of-form Southampton. Crystal Palace, as I said, haven't been doing the greatest in the last few games, but they've just got by. Leeds United need this. At Ellen Road, the supporters are going to be behind them. Although I still think Leeds will get relegated, I think they're going to get up a shock result here and get a victory. And I'm going to say 2-1 Leeds United. I know quite a few people will back Brighton in this one. Brighton, got some better results than Leeds United. Higher up that table, it is 9th place against 18th place. And, it wouldn't surprise me if this one would be a 0-0 draw. It's just that kind of game. Leeds United need something. Brighton, it'll be a frustrating afternoon for them. It'll be 0-0. It was 0-0 in the reverse fixture of this game. And, I can just see it happening now. But I'll stay with a 2-1 victory to Leeds, though. Next up, Watford against Leicester. Oh, how many will Leicester win by? Watford got a 0-0 draw with Everton in their last game. But, all these losses, they're already relegated. So, speak for yourself. Leicester got a 3-0 victory against Norwich. Watford will make it difficult for Leicester. They made it difficult for Everton. They kept them to a 0-0 draw. So I think it's going to be very close. Leicester just to scrape through with a 1-0 victory. Leicester have had a really poor season this season. You normally see them in that top 4, fighting for Champions League spot, maybe even fighting for the title. And then they always just drop off on the final day and make it in the Europa League spot. But this season they've been absolutely so inconsistent with their results. But I think they'll get a victory in this one. It was a 4-2 victory to Leicester in the reverse fixture at the King Power Stadium, where it was a very good game, 4-2. Lots of goals for both sides, but it'll be very tough. It'll be the one goal in it, and it'll go Leicester's way in this game. And then we move on to West Ham against Man City. Liverpool need Man City to lose a game. Could this be it? Potentially, but I'm still going to say Man City to win this. Even Pep Guardiola is telling his team, get loads of goals at the end, boost that goal difference up just in case Liverpool get a joint points tally. And look at this, 5-1 Wolves, 5-0 Newcastle. It's going to be a good scoreline. I'll go 3-1. I do think 3-1. I do think West Ham will get a goal. They're at home. They've not got any European competition to worry about. They did beat Norwich 4-0. Yeah, that's Norwich. But it'll be a good game. It'll be a good game. But Man City, I've got to say, they'll end up picking up the all 3 points and then probably winning the title, because I can't see Man City. I don't know who they're against actually, but it's Aston Villa on the final day. So yeah, West Ham, Aston. Yeah, no, I can't really see them losing to Aston Villa either. So, unless Steven Gerrard does something, ex-Liverpool player, ex-Liverpool, not ex-Liverpool manager, Liverpool supporter from Liverpool, and you'll definitely want to stop Man City from winning a game to help Liverpool try and catch them up. But I can't see them losing either game. But we'll move on now to Wolves against Norwich. Norwich already relegated. Wolverhampton Wanderers, doesn't really matter for them. They're mid-table. Their season's over. They're going to want to pick up a victory, though, because their supporters are not going to be happy with this. They're going to bounce back from all this nonsense, all these losses, and they'll pick up a nice 2-0 victory at home. But they've really not been... the 2-2 draw with Chelsea was a nice game, but they've lost to some teams that they really should have beat, and I mean they really should have beaten these teams. But they'll get a victory now for the first time in ages. Everton against Brentford, they probably need one more win to secure their survival at Goodison Park in this one, in front of their home supporters. It was a 1-0 victory to Brentford in the reverse fixture of this game. Everton climbing out that relegation zone into 16th place, and they're playing a mid-table Brentford in 13th place. I think Brentford will nick a 1-0 away victory in this game. Everton, I don't know, it felt like Everton just wanted that draw against Watford in their last game. They weren't trying at all. So Brentford could easily bypass that Everton midfield. Just a little bit of skill. Christian Eriksen will be able to do it, feed in the attackers. So, Everton, they'll definitely want to defend. They've kept quite a few clean sheets now in their last game. Pickford and the defence have certainly improved. 2 clean sheets and only conceded 1, but still managed to beat them. It was against Leicester City where they won 2-1, beat Chelsea 1-0. So you've got all these really good results that Everton are suddenly picking up. But I think Brentford will go there, snatch 1 goal, snatch all 3 points, and come away back to London with them. We're going to move on to St James's Park. Newcastle against Arsenal. Both teams have been a bit shaky recently. Arsenal, you would expect to be doing better. Newcastle, it's actually really good for them. They're actually picking up victories. They're climbing up that league table. And they're currently in 14th place. Arsenal in 4th place, looking to finish in that top 4 spot. It's going to be hard at St James's Park. They're going to make it really difficult for Arsenal. They made it difficult for Liverpool when they went, and they'll make it difficult for Arsenal. I'm going to say a draw. I'm going to go 1-1. I'm going to go for another surprise result of the week. I think Arsenal will only come away with a point in this game. Newcastle haven't really scored that many in the last 2 games. You can let them off, Liverpool and Man City. Before that, they were scoring some interesting. Just Arsenal's really form. I know they've picked up some really good results lately, starting with the Chelsea victory, but it's just really they've had a really bad. It's going to stretch to a month now. I know they're probably going to say that Arsenal have picked it up again with the results that they've shown that they can get, but they just haven't really been the most inspiring victories at all. They've been very narrow. They should have put the game to bed long before. Like it should be even close. I mean, Leeds United, they should have been winning 3-0 at half time, and then you make it so close, and it's so. If you want top 4, you need to do it in style. You need to smash Leeds United. They're really struggling. Same really with West Ham. They were in European action against Frankfurt, which they lost, and they're going to be all tired. Go for it. Man United, they did well against Chelsea. They did well against. So, and then you've got those losses as well against Southampton. So Arsenal, it really is. It's probably not going to be a draw. They'll probably pick up a victory. Because either team is either going to pick up wins or losses by the looks of it in their past few games. But Arsenal, I wouldn't be surprised if they slipped up here at Newcastle, who are definitely looking forward to next season, of course, but also enjoying their football now at St James's Park. And I'll say 1-1 draw. Okay. We'll just quickly move on to Southampton and Liverpool because I was really digging into Arsenal there. Southampton, Liverpool, really bad form by Southampton. Liverpool need a victory. I think they'll get it. They'll get a 3-0 away victory here. It could honestly be more. Southampton, they've lost to Brentford 3-0, lost to Chelsea 6-0 as well. And Chelsea's another side that's not in the greatest of form, but hanging in that top 4 as well, between Chelsea and Arsenal. 3-0 Liverpool to wrap up game week 36. Then we go into the rearranged fixtures where we have got Everton against Crystal Palace. I can really only see this one ending in a draw 1-1. It's going to be a valuable point for Everton though. Crystal Palace really the side that picks up tons of draws. They do get the odd win as well, quite a few wins as we can see in the past results. Same really with Everton. They'll really want as much points as possible to just guarantee that the furthest away, just leave it between Leeds and Burnley. If Everton end up overtaking Southampton, which probably may not happen, but it could do, then Everton, well done, you've done it, you've survived. Aston Villa against Burnley. Burnley need this one. They'll go to Villa Park and they'll put up some kind of fight. It was a 3-1 victory to Villa in the reverse fixture at Turf Moor just a few weeks back. So I think Villa will beat them again, but both teams to score. It'll be a narrow 2-1 victory to Villa. Villa haven't been the greatest of sides as well in the past few games, but they should beat Burnley in this game. And then we finally finish off with Chelsea against Leicester as one of the rearranged fixtures. And, at home, Stamford Bridge, Leicester City, they really need to work on the defence. This season it's been really poor, especially on set pieces. We know worst, ranking first place, but it's not an achievement to be proud of. Ranking first place for most goals conceded from set piece. I'm going to go 3-0. I'm going to go 3-0 Chelsea. Chelsea, they haven't had the greatest of past few games. I mean, the last victory was not bad, 3-0 Leeds. I think they'll get another 3 goals in this game. And absolutely smash Leicester. And that wraps up match day 36 and all the other rearranged fixtures as well for this week. So if you did enjoy, please do leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.